Hey guys, sorry for the long intro, I was trying to sort something out. But hey, good to see y'all. Just gonna be doing like a background for today, cause don't get me wrong, the current layout is okay for me, it's good. But I do have the issue with like, just not being overly fond of how I've done things, because while the chat and the alert box are definitely like in theme with my whole colour scheme, it just doesn't seem to fit right, along with like the oh god, what's it called? The alert box history beneath me. Like this little blue thing, like, it looks darker than it's supposed to be, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna be like remaking a background that looks somewhat more professional, in a sense. Like, I'm thinking of making like a whole set, I guess, like a whole set for like, you know, just chatting, like stream starting, and stuff. Like, I originally had the idea of like a bakery or something, since I'm mini cake kitty, but like the idea of bakery seemed like a bit much for me, just because like I wanted to have like alerts that would match it. And unfortunately, making alerts myself, it's taking a little bit of a long time because I'm not entirely happy with the way I've done it. So I keep having to like change bits and pieces, and I'm getting really disgruntled about it, so it's definitely a bother. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But yeah, I've been like trying to figure out how to do like the own like personalized alerts, and also like figuring out variations for my icon, my PNG tuber that you're currently seeing. Just because, like, as nice as it is, there are parts of it that bother me greatly, especially with the fact that I've changed the style slightly, with how, like, I draw myself. So I wanted to do that, because if you can't tell, the neck is a little bit too elongated for my liking. Like, it's even if that were the only thing that's bothering me, it's bothering me immensely. Never mind the fact that I now draw myself with a more, like, ear-like shape. I still have the X, as you can see, like, in the ear, since I'm not going to be drawing, like, the inside of an ear every single time. But, like, I've started drawing myself with a more, like, ear-like shape. So, like, bigger at the bottom, and then going into more of, like, a teardrop shape on the side of my face, instead of, like, an oval. Along with the fact that I feel like the glasses are too far apart, because as you can see on, like, either side of the nose, they're two different sizes, which is probably why, like, when I've got, like, the looking down animation at, like, my screen or my laptop or something, when I'm not speaking during, like, art or gaming, like, during those sorts of situations, it doesn't look right, because the glasses are not equal distance apart from the nose. So I keep telling myself I intend to, like, fix that, and then I don't do it. Like, I said it for several streams in a row, I know I have, but it's like, ugh. Just, like, getting around to it with, like, college work and starting a comic, it's definitely gotten ahead of me a bit. Like, I definitely don't register it as much, because I'm not frequently using the PNG tuber, so the only time I, like, remember that the issues are there is when I'm using it. So it becomes, like, a huge bother at that point. And then I have to make, like, all the different versions. Like, I originally had one that was, like, very front-facing, very circular, very block sort of thing. Which I was not too pleased with. Hello, CL. Good to see you, my love. But yeah, I had, like, originally a front-facing one, and then I decided to do, like, a slightly, like, turn to the side sort of thing. Just so it seemed less like I'm going to stare at you into the distance, into the void, and you will look in my eyes, sort of thing. Because I felt that was a little freaky and a little too static. So I decided to change, like, the pose, which is why I have, like, my arms crossed, why I have, like, why you can see, like, the shaved side of my head. Although, I am considering making that slightly lighter so that you can tell it's shaved. Because I have, like, apart from, like, the top part of my hair, I have it shaved. So I have, like, short on the sides, long on top. And granted, I've let my, like, the sides grow out a little bit because it's winter and it's fucking cold. Just to, like, keep my head a little warm. Once it starts getting warmer, I'm gonna consider, like, asking my mum to shave it again, because she knows how to do that. But, like, when I tie my hair up, I genuinely have a ponytail because I've let my hair get long enough. So it goes down to, like, my shoulders with, like, the length of my hair. And I make it a bit shorter, like, on the stream and stuff, like my PNG tuber, just because, like, it's a little easier to draw, and that's, like, chin height is good. Like, it's not too long, but it's like enough that I can pull my hair back should I need to. So yeah, there's that, and then, like, there's other stuff that I have, like, issues with, like, the PNG tuber, just because I've been using it for a while, so obviously, after a while, you want to change things up a little bit. Like, I want... Oh, my dog just ran into the, just ran into the metal, like, doorway in the kitchen, because we have, like, a wind thing that sits in front of the kitchen door to keep it open. And Cammy, when she's doing zoomies, will sometimes accidentally skid into it, and it'll sound like Cammy cameo. No, she is not allowed upstairs, unfortunately. It is not her domain. Since we got Cammy, we've had to have, like, the baby gate. And I know a lot of people say, oh, why don't you let your dog upstairs? Why don't you let your dog upstairs? Because we have a cat as well, and the cat needs a safe space. So, we have, like, the dog gate to keep her downstairs. She also doesn't like upstairs because there's too many mirrors up here, and she doesn't know what her reflection looks like. The one time she's seen her reflection, or the once or twice she's seen her reflection, she's yelped and run away. Just because it startled her to see her own reflection. I don't think she registers that it's her reflection, that it looks like her. But she associates upstairs with, like, the cat and bards. So, Cammy is not allowed upstairs, not unless she is getting a bath. And to which we have to block off the bedrooms. Because you go straight up the stairs and then straight into the bathroom. So someone usually has to be upstairs already. Like, someone has to chase Cammy up the stairs, because otherwise she's not going to go up. Or she is, but it's only if the cat's there, so she can go say hi. And then someone has to be at the top of the stairs to, like, guide her into the bathroom, otherwise she's gonna go rummaging around in everyone's stuff. So no Cammy cameo. If you do hear her, it'll probably be because she's barking. Probably because someone's walking outside, but, you know, that's how that is, I guess. But yeah, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing art now. I'm not supposed to be, I plan to do art, but, you know. I also need to change around, like, the gaming and the art, like, costumes. Because I have 3 costumes that are assigned to buttons on my laptop. And granted, it's a little irritating to be, like, trying to type something out with those 3 buttons. Granted, I don't do it very often, but those are the ones that, like, they're the ones that are assigned to, like, the bracket where I put the date in on my, oh god, I can't remember what it's called right now, but, like, oh god, what's the word? I can't remember the word right now. I'm brilliant. I'm professional. I'm not professional in the slightest. But, yeah. It's like, I need to change around the buttons. Like, I want to change the buttons, but I also don't want it to affect, like, my OBS or the music. So, I'm gonna be more quiet. My noms are here. You're brilliant. Thank you. But, like, I'm not professional level, obviously. I am a very small streamer. I don't have any, like, professional experience doing this stuff. So, all of it is pretty much, like, challenging for me. It's learn as I go sort of stuff. I'm not saying, like, I am terrible. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I am not, by any means, a professional streamer. Not like, anyone who streams on Twitch for a living. Like, they are professionals. I'm not. Like, I don't count under professional guys. But anyway, I had, like, a plan for, like, it looks a bit like a, looks a bit like a room, just so that it has more of a, I guess, homely feel, I suppose. Just so I have more of a, like, idea of what I'm doing. So I had, like, an idea of, like, just general room. So this was sort of, like, the idea I had. I was originally going to have, like, a text box there and a thing for alerts there, but as you saw, I just deleted those because I searched up, like, streamer backgrounds and stuff like that, and I have, like, a chat placeholder because chat is white. So, like, if the background clashes far too much with, like, oh wait, I have an idea. Here's the thing. Because names have a specific colour, there are specific colours for names, like free colours, that Twitch can give, right? So, hang on. Gotta make sure, like, going on here doesn't, freak shit out. I'm gonna mute that. Okay, that's good. Okay, so with, like, chat stuff, there is a specific There's a specific set of colours. Okay. So people can have a specific set of colours that come into, like, oh god, I can't think of what I'm saying right now. My brain's in like 50 different places. Okay, so there's a specific set, like a specific palette that Twitch names can be. And with like my Christmas background, the red ones didn't fit very well because the red was too similar. So if I go like that, there we go. We now have the Twitch name palette. So we now have the palette for Twitch names and stuff. So we have like something for normal chat, and then we're just gonna have swatches of these just on the background so that, oh god, just so that, you know, if the background blends too badly with one of the others, it doesn't get too irritating. Okay, so if a background doesn't fit properly, then we need to change it. That is the idea. Okay. Kind of just gathering them by sort of general colour. I keep having like Jane Doe's song from Ride the Cyclone in my head, just because I've seen so many videos recently that use it. Oh god, I can't remember which ones I've... You know what? I'll just do it in the swatch like that it has right here. Like in the way that it has here, except I'll like turn it on its side. A melody flows through the air. It's, oh, I've got to stop singing that, because what if I get like a strike for like copyrighted music, and it's like, like I want to sing on these streams because I'm a very like musical individual. I like singing songs and stuff, especially if something's like been in my head for a while, and I want to sing it. I want to sing the song, but I also don't want to get like a strike, so I can't sing more than probably 2 lines, maybe. It's the whole reason behind the music I currently have on. Like, because I don't want to get like a copyright strike due to using music that someone else has claimed. I'll do this just because I don't want it to look too weird. Okay, so there's all the swatches for chat names, and then there's the chat placeholder, so I'll put that there. Okay, So I'm considering just making this, like, black, like, behind here. Because my chat tends to be white, as I've noticed on, like, the chat below me. As you can see, the text is white. So, probably just gonna have, like, a white background. Like a black background, sorry. Like, I'd love to have my, like, typical sprinkles. But then again, like, it's not gonna fit properly at some point. I also need to think about, like, what am I gonna put on the shelves, first of all? Like, what am I gonna put there? Like, cause I have, like, the... the alert box. I don't think I'll really use alert box history anymore, to be honest. It kind of reminds me that pretty much nothing is going on. And, yeah. I think I'll only have, like, alert box history on, like, the end. Like, the end of stream. Just to show, like, what's happened during stream or since XYZ. But, like, what am I gonna put on, like, on top of here, potentially on top of the shelves, because I don't have a play button. I can't put a play button on there because I don't have a play button. I mean, I could put references to stuff that I've made, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, I could have Bean, like, sleeping on one of these. Can I? Because I couldn't do this last time. You're gonna have to give me a second. I was trying to do this at college. Could have a bendy plush. True, I could. But my character's gonna be, like, here. So, like, there's not much point putting much behind it. Or Illy's hat. Illy's hat does sound pretty good. That's not what I meant to do. Because if I put, like, myself there, like, obviously it's gonna hop a little bit when I speak. Like, when I start speaking. It's weird to see it not move. It is a little weird to see it not move, but, like, anything behind this is gonna be a bit of a nightmare. Because I don't want to put too much detail behind it. Just cause. Or something to represent your favorite person in the whole world. Damn. You're right, I do have to put something down for Sam. Oh. Okay. Why is Sam always our default? Like, both of us, whenever we joke about, like, our favourite person, it's always Sam. Why did Sam become our default? Oh, so, like, Jack's gonna be here. I don't know if that's big enough. Oh, I'll do it a bit bigger. I'll do it, like, another 10% on top of that. Because she bullies us. True. She does. Sam's a friend of ours who, like, teases us a lot. But, I also considered having, like, not having different costumes for, like, specifically gaming or art, but, like, me wearing, like, just a regular shirt, wearing my hoodie and beanie. Like, I don't know whether I should do sort of, just, like, different clothing sort of thing. Like a different clothing thing. Instead of just having, like, the one solid outfit. Like, I considered having different outfits for stream instead of the one outfit. And I mean, it's entirely my choice at the end of the day, but I was thinking, like, well, what would be your idea? Like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer I keep, like, one outfit? Or would you rather I have, like, the normal, like, outfit like this, and just have, like, the different costumes for, like, gaming and art? Or would you rather I have, like, just the one, like, pose, sort of, but have, like, multiple different outfits? Because that's kind of been the tear-up for me. Like, do I want to do, like, multiple different outfits but have the same pose? Or have different poses but the same outfit? Like, I don't know. Well, what would you think about it? Because I don't know. Okay, so I need to start, like, thinking about stuff on here. I don't know, maybe a plant? I'll do a bit of a plant because I have, like, my little cactus boy. My little cactus boy. Can you hear that? It's like the little, like, tag against it. That's me tapping against the little thing. Like, I have this little square little pot thing. I don't know. I have a little, like, fake cactus, just because I couldn't take care of myself, never mind a little, like, real plant. Despite the fact that I recently bought, like, I recently bought a pencil that has, like, a little seed package on the end of it, so once I'm done with the pencil I can plant it. And it's like, okay, do I do that? Okay, so I've got, like, I've got the plant. Great. I have my little cactus boy. I love my little cactus, he makes me smile. It doesn't even have a face, it's literally just a small fake cactus. It's not even, like, 10 centimeters tall. It's tiny. But it brings me such indescribable joy for no reason. I have no idea why. Oh. Does it seem like sitting up against something? Because I have to have, like, an art reference. So I've got, like, the little bendy keychain that you got me. You're talking about me? No. But, like, I have to have, like, a little reference. You do bring me indescribable joy, don't get me wrong, but you're not what I'm talking about at the moment. It's like a heart face. Okay. Not even 10 centimeters tall, definitely sounds like me. Okay, I know you're short and we joke about that, but you're not that damn short, hun. I'm gonna go 50 and I'm just gonna fill this in. Oh shit, wrong thing. Wrong thing. I don't want to do it over the names. So just gonna like colour this in just so I have like a general idea. I've been singing like the Jane Doe song from Ride the Cyclone recently, just because I've heard it in like a video. I was watching like a compilation of stuff and that was in there. Just like impressive like art stuffs and that was in there for some reason. But, you know, I've seen it in like 1 or 2 TikTok videos on my For You page recently. So I've been singing that like a fair bit. And like, now that I think about it, why are they called Jane and John Doe? Hang on, I've got to check this. Cause like, why are unidentified bodies called Jane and John Does? Why are God, I can't spell. Defied bodies called Jane and John Doe. Jane and John Doe. Why do we say John Doe or Jane Doe when we refer to someone who is known or anonymous? Originally, John Doe was a sham name used to indicate any plaintiff in an action or eject, a legal action to retain property, in civil court. Richard Roe was the counterpart to indicate the defendant. What? A long since vanished British legal process called an action of eject. The names don't appear to have any particular relevance and might be that the first names were chosen because they were among the most common at the time. Huh. The surnames, meanwhile, both refer to deer, a doe being a female deer and a roe being an Eurasian deer species. Alright. They also have been the actual names of real people that a particular landlord knew and decided to use. Fortunately, we just don't know. Whatever their ultimate origin, the names eventually became standard placeholders for unidentified, anonymous, or hypothetical parties to a court case. Okay. Right. But I want to know why dead bodies. according to what's in a name. Oh, come on. Nope. Arrow. Okay. I'm really, like, interested now. Why are they identified with, like, unidentified bodies? Okay. Both names have been used in the English common law system to refer to an unknown person since before legal records were widely kept. No one knows exactly why those names were picked beyond the fact that John Doe and Jane Doe would have been very common names in medieval England and would have very much been the Joe average of their day. After hundreds of years of use, it's just sort of stuck. The terms also aren't just used for dead bodies. In legal documents, any unknown male is referred to as a John Doe, any unknown female is referred to as Jane Doe, and any unknown person of an unknown gender is referred to as just a Doe. Huh. I always assumed Doe came from DOA, dead on arrival, but was changed to make it easier. Huh. Yeah, no one knows where it came from, but it was made up in the English common law dating back to the late Middle Ages. Its original use of the name was most likely to avoid trial by combat in land disputes. Okay. Since it has a role, there's been more generally in the legal field to name any unknown or unidentified person. Okay. It's not uncommon for victim impact statements in assault cases to be submitted by Jane or Emily Doe. Okay. One reason that the use of John/Jane Doe has survived rather than just using a random name or something very common like John Smith is because it is clear that it is not the legal name of the person, but rather an obvious pseudonym. Using some random name runs the risk of misidentifying a real person. In the case of an unidentified body, the person can be called without running the risk of the family member. The person can be talked about without running the risk of the family members of a missing John Smith from believing that their son's body has been recovered. In the case of a civil or criminal case, it prevents a real Joe Blow or Fred Jones from being targeted. So it's not like solely like for unidentified bodies. It's for just like anyone in the legal or medical system that is unidentified or does not want to be identified. Alright, so it's for anonymity for the most part. Okay, hang on. Okay. There we go. So that's interesting. I didn't know that. I think I may have searched it before. I can't remember if I have, but I don't remember that. So I don't think I have. But yeah, so apparently it's mostly for legal use. It was created for legal use. But it can be used to identify an unknown body. As sort of a placeholder name, so you don't just keep calling it the body and make it sound more like a person that's died. So it's sort of like a respect thing, I guess, like giving them a name so that you don't just make them sound like they're another thing, like they're an object after they've died. Which is, it's kind of sweet. I will admit, it's kind of sweet. I'm not even joking, this is what his hands look like. literally just this. God damn it! I can't keep trying to sing it. I want to so bad. I really do. Because it's been in my head all morning. And it's driving me bonkers. Because it's actually a really good song. That's the thing. I watched, like, the official, like, video for it. Like, where it originally came from. And my god, I really want to watch Ride the Cyclone, but I don't know where to watch it, and it's bothering me now. God! It's a good song, don't get me wrong. I'm just frustrated that if I do sing it, I could potentially get a strike against my channel, and that's not something I want. Oh, God. It's... someone's drying their hair next door. Pretty sure it's the youngest, but like, yeah. The song's been in my head all fucking morning, and it's driving me bonkers. Because I know I can't sing it on stream. Like, I don't want to risk singing stuff on stream just in case. But I'm a very sing-song individual. I always have something in my head. And unfortunately, that just seems to be it, to be honest. I'm definitely not going to finish this, like, on the stream. Not by any hope. But, like... Dang it. Spelt it wrong. There we go. A wild Shuckle appears. I like Shuckle. Shuckle's cute. I really don't know. Because I started this like 2 days ago, and I keep going, but what if I add this thing? What if I add that thing? It's frustrating. This command doesn't exist. Bruh. I wrote the right one. I'm guessing it's replying to the first one where I missed a C. Ah! I caught it! Hooray! I caught the Shuckle. I like Shuckle. Shuckle's cute. It's so frustrating to not be able to sing it. Because it's so good. It's literally just called, like, The Ballad of Jane Doe. And it's her singing about the fact that, like, she doesn't know who she is, because she was originally a girl from St. Cassian, or, like, what? The school was St. Cassian, apparently. But she was, due to the Cyclone roller coaster accident, she was found without a head and therefore deemed Jane Doe. Fair enough. But the Ballad of Jane Doe is basically just her singing about the fact that, like, everyone else knows who they are. Their bodies are still intact, they've been identified, and therefore have souls. And she doesn't, because she doesn't have her head, so she wasn't identified. So she's sort of like, I don't know who I am. She doesn't know what happened. She doesn't know pretty much anything. Not even, like, the fortune teller knows, because he didn't read her fortune, so he couldn't even identify her himself. So to literally everybody, she is Jane Doe, because even the fortune teller, who was like a predictable guy, like, he predicted that all these people were going to die in the accident, I'm pretty sure. But he couldn't tell them to not write it, because because he'd been switched, his mode had been switched from telling fortunes to just saying, "Ride the Cyclone." So he feels responsible for the deaths of those teenagers. So he tells their story, and he's dying because a rat is chewing through a wire. So his power is going to cut out soon, but he says that he has one last chance to send one of them back into life. So they all, like, they sing about what they've done in their lives, who they are, and why they deserve to go back. I'm mostly just talking about Ride the Cyclone now. I'm not even doing, like, the art stuff. I'm sort of just talking about this, but, like, basically he's talking about, like, I'm dying, but I can send one of you back. You all have to convince me to send you back. And so they all sing their songs, and then there's the Ballad of Jane Doe, where she's singing, like, why would God betray me this way? Because I don't know who I am and nobody else does, so what life do I have to go back to? I have no one and nothing. My soul isn't here. I don't know who I am because I lost my head and no one can identify me. So, like, so she sings that, and then the group, like, they, like, the guy, the fortune teller, says to, like, what is essentially the leader, like, the girl who was, like, leading the choir that died, he's like, you get the final choice. Who is going to be sent back to life? Who will get one more chance at a fulfilling life? And there's some discussion between a lot of them, and, like, maybe I should just change to just chatting, because that's all I'm doing at the moment. But it's like, basically she gets the final say. She's the most intelligent, she's the leader of the choir, she's like, the world needs more people like me. But after hearing Jane Doe, like, pointing out that she has no life, and she has nowhere to go, she can't move on because she has no identity. She has no soul to bring with her to the afterlife. She is a lost soul, essentially. She doesn't know who she is. And so there's no point passing on because there's no one to remember her. So essentially, Jane Doe sings about that, and the main girl, she like discusses it with the other members of the choir and is like, you know what? We have families. We had lives that we remember, that they remember. We know who we were and who we are. And we have souls that can pass on. But you, Jane, you don't have that. You don't have... you don't know your identity, we don't know your identity, we don't know if you have any family. And she was like, you are the one unidentified person from this accident. So you know what? You go back. You go back and you live your life. You find your identity and you live your life knowing who you are. So Jane, the one unidentified body of the Cyclone roller coaster disaster, gets one last chance at life. And I think her like original name was like Penny, I think. But it's that whole thing of the disaster happens, multiple people die, like this choir of teens die, and it's basically them trying to talk to the fortune teller to convince him to send them back. But at the end, it's the teens who decide that Jane Doe gets to return to life to find out who she was, and like to have someone to remember her when she does eventually pass on. Because they've got people. The rest of them are identified. They have lives and people that remember them. Or did have lives. I really don't know what to do here. It's really stumping me. But like, there's life to go back to. She has a life and a world to return to, like all of them, except for Jane Doe. So Jane Doe is the one sent back because she can then be identified, then she can live her life, and her soul can move on once she eventually does pass. The fortune teller dies after that because a rat's chewed through the power cable. But if he hadn't been, he blames himself. He's semi-sentient, to be honest. Like, he's aware of what he is, but he's like, I could have prevented their deaths had someone not flipped the switch to just get me to say, Ride the Cyclone. So he blames himself for the accident. I'm like 90% sure of that. So he's like, if I had told you not to ride the Cyclone, if they hadn't forced me, if they hadn't forced the Ride the Cyclone switch on, then I could have prevented your deaths. So you know what? Since I am dying at the moment, but I can send one of you back, make your case, and I will decide at the end who gets it. And at the end, it's not him that decides, it's the kids going, we have lives, we have families that will remember us, but you were unidentified. You do not have somebody that will mourn you when you pass. Like when your soul moves on, there will be no one because you were unidentified, so they just send. They send Jane Doe back, and her name was Penny, apparently. But I find it sweet. I don't know, it's something. I really, like, I've never watched it, but I really, really want to. Just because of that and that alone. But yeah. I'm trying to think, what else? What else could I put in the background? I think, like, for now, I'll just keep it to this. I'll keep it simplistic, but But if I want to put more things like on the shelves, I can at some point. But I may as well just start inking it at this point. Just so, like, I think I'll put the, like, the little thing that pops up saying, like, my YouTube or something. The thing that pops up, like, there. Illy hat. Sweetheart, where am I gonna put Illy hat? Where am I gonna put him? Where would I put Illy's hat? I mean, put like a mannequin head here, I guess. Like a mannequin head there. Just so, like, I didn't think about that. Hear me out. Yeah. I'm here. I'm hearing. Hanging off the side of the bookcase. Bibby. It goes off screen. Or do you mean like here? Like put the hat here? Do you mean like here? Like off the side of the bookcase? Because I mean that will work as well. It's nicer than having like, okay, so I'm not having it like down here, so do you want it like, do you want it on like number 1 or number 2? Like where do you think it would fit better? Or maybe in like in between, like hanging off like there in the middle, because putting it, okay, 1, cool. So I'll put like a pretend hook, like here. I'll put like a pretend hook there, and then we have to draw like his hat over the top of it. Oh god, this is gonna be a bit of a just John oh god fucking damn it, I have the song in my head and it's driving me crazy. I like challenging you. Uh-huh. Yeah, in more than one way. I'm asking why. God, fuck. Jesus Christ. Shut. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Getting flustered, Getting a little flustered, baby. A little flustered, huh? Cast form Snowy. I don't know what that fucking means. I don't know what Pokemon that is. Should I search it? Should I search it? I mean, it does look a bit like a cowboy hat, let's be honest. Shut, it's cast form. I don't know what that looks like. The Tinnymon. Hang on. Is it? Oh, it is! Oh! Right. Okay. Cool. The fact that you said the Tinnymon and I immediately knew, like, which one you were talking about, because I searched it and then I was like, oh yeah, that one. I have my Indiana Jones hat here. Hang on. Hang on, I'm drawing the hat. I'm drawing the hat, so I have to wear it. It's a little too big for my head, just a tiny bit. But I'd be very flattered if, like, Illinois, like, plonked his hat on my head. Oh god. Right. Just jogging underneath eternally. Can I steal it? You have your own! You have your own! It also has, like, a genuine, like, Indiana Jones, thing stuck to it. Like a... I got it from Disneyland Paris. Yeah, it's adult. It's the adult size. And my head's a little too small. But I do have the Illinois hat. I do plan on, like, cosplaying Illinois, but I don't have, like, a satchel or anything. And I want the satchel. I want to have, like, a satchel. But, like, I don't have one. If I put the bottle like that. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so it's... Okay, so from the side, it's okay, so you're not having all the hats on. No. Needs to match the other side and it's bothering me. All of the hats, gimme. No. My hat. Get your own. I will take you to France and buy you your own one. Gimme. No, it's my hat. It's my hat. Tell you what. Give me a second. You'll take me to France? I mean, if someone can speak French. Okay. Hang on a second. There we go. I forgot how wavy my Je mange une petite fente. As much as I can speak with a French accent, I don't actually know what that means. My god, look at this! Look at this, it looks like a hat. The fuck is this? The fuck is this cowboy? Illy would be so mad at me right now. He'd be so mad. He's like, I'm not a cowboy. I'm still gonna call him cowboy. Like, they ain't fucking stopping me. That man's a fucking cowboy whether he likes it or not. It can't go, like, it can't overlap the TV, unfortunately. I can't have anything overlapping the TV just because, like, it won't. The only thing, it can't overlap, like, that area. Like, the black. Like, it can overlap this, but it can't overlap that. Because if it overlaps where the chat's going to be, it might be a bit. Country boy Illy lives in my head rent free. Mm-hmm. I forgot how wavy my hair gets whenever I, like, take it out of a ponytail. Ugh. I'll keep it on. So I got the Illy hat on. Okay, hear me out. Alright. Hearing you out. What are you gonna say? It's gonna be something a dumbass says, isn't it? It's gonna be a dumbass quote, isn't it? Okay, so I've got that. Illy's hat. I'm going to put this under it, just because otherwise it's going to be a bit awkward for me with the hook. I mean, country boy Illy though. He would. Thing is, Illinois knows the cowboy hat rule. Like, he's aware of it. Like, he knows what that rule is. If you don't, it's basically, more or less, wear the hat, ride the cowboy. That is the only time Illinois will not object to Sean calling him a cowboy. That is the only time he will not object to it. Like, that's it. Call him a cowboy in every other situation, and he's going to be like, I'm not a cowboy! But as soon as Sean wears the hat and is like, cowboy, and he's like, I'm not a cowboy. Yeah, but you know the rules. And immediately Illinois just like shuts up because he's like, I mean, if I get it. It's that situation. That is the only time he won't object to being called a cowboy. And it's, I don't know, it's funny to me. It's funny to me that that's the only time he would not object to being called a cowboy. At all. Because, like, come on. Fucking cowboy. So we're gonna pale that. We're not gonna pale chat. We are going to pale that though. We are going to pale that. Do that as well. And that. You said, okay, hear me out, and I've got nothing to hear, so... Well, what are you trying to say, hun? Well, what must I hear you out for? Okay. So, do I want to do 3? Yeah, I'll do 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a paragraph, ladies and gentlemen. It is a fucking paragraph. Let's read this shit. Alright, so. College bred trio plus techno, we still need to come up with a name, are at one of those rodeo events and there's a mechanical bull thing. And Dream is like, oh yeah, I'm so good at these, they're so easy. And he gets on and makes it maybe 15 seconds before he's turfed off. Everyone laughs at him and Dream tells them to do better then. So Illy puts his hat on Sean's head and hecking stands on the bull ride thing and basically dances on it for the duration of the challenge. Oh, he would. He would. And then, like, Sean goes to give the hat back and, like, Illinois is like, no, keep it. But, like, Sean doesn't know the rule. So, like, Dream, Techno, and Illy do know the rule. They do know the rule behind wearing a cowboy's hat. So, like, they all, like, Techno and Dream give each other a look. Because they're like, oh yeah, this is, like, Illy's got the hots for Sean. There's, like, no denying it now. There's no way you can tell us you don't like him. And then as soon as they get home, like, Sean has to go do something. Like, Sean goes to the toilet. And then immediately, like, Techno and Dream turn around and start bombarding Illy with, like, teasing him about, like, the cowboy hat thing. It's like, I thought you said you weren't a cowboy. I'm not. Then why did you let him keep the hat? Illy has been hiding a slight southern drawl, and you can tear this from my cold dead hands. Yes! Yes, I love that idea. It's like southern Illy. It's like, it's not the same thing as Yancey. It's not the same case as Yancey. Like, Yancey sounded normal-ish. He just chose to have the accent he did because he liked it better. And you know for a fact that one of Yancey's favourite fucking musicals growing up was absolutely Grease. Like, there is no two ways about it. Yancey probably loved Grease growing up, so, like, he loves that, which is why he's got, like, the weird, like, accent, because he loves it. Like, you can pry that headcanon out of my cold dead hands, because, like, I am not a simp for Yancey. But you can pry it from my cold dead hands that that man did not love Grease with all his little heart. Like, you cannot tell me otherwise. That man was probably, like, he watched Grease religiously growing up. Like, there is no way he did not. There is absolutely zero way that Yancey did not watch Grease religiously growing up. Like, come on. I'm a simp for Yancey and I approve of this message. Yes. it's like, I don't make headcanons for Yancey that often, because I'm not, like, the biggest fucking fan or anything. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Yancey. Yancey's a good character. It's just, I don't make headcanons for him often. But holy fucking shit, man. He must love Greece. There is no way. Illy, who was raised as a country boy and tries to hide it. Yes. Like, Dream and Techno aren't really cottoning on that easily, but Sean was also raised as a country boy. Like, he is a fucking farm boy. He knows an accent. He knows it. Like, he is all too familiar with a country accent. And, like, he meets Illinois for the first time, and obviously Illy's hiding it pretty well for the first little while. You don't have the same relationship with Yancey that I had with Illy. Yeah. No, I don't. But, like, Sean knows what a country accent sounds like. He knows that sound all too fucking well. Not even joking. That man knows that accent all too well. So, like, he meets Illinois. Illinois' hiding it pretty well. But the thing is, when Illinois gets tired, he struggles to hide it. Like, that is absolutely something that happens. Like, Techno and Dream just brush it off as, oh, he's just joking around when he's tired, he's just being a little silly. But Sean knows that it's Illy's original accent coming out when he's really tired. You get the vision? Yes! Yes! It's amazing. But it's like, Illy's accent comes out when he's super tired. And, like, he doesn't want to admit it. Like, he's joked with, like, Dream and Techno about, like, he's joked about the accent. Like, the first time either one of them hears it, they're like, oh, that's really funny. Why do you do that when you're tired? And he's just like, oh, I just find it amusing that, I find that accent amusing. I like the accent. So, he's, like, trying to fake it. After Stream BC, I want to keep talking about this. I mean, yeah? I mean, I can talk and then go have lunch. And then we can, like, continue to talk about it after lunch. But yes, I will absolutely VC after this to talk about this. But it's like, Illinois has been trying to, like, hide the accent for a while. Meets Sean, and Sean is immediately like, as soon as Illy gets, like, super tired, he's like, I know that accent. I need to go shower is the thing. Yeah, you go shower, it's fine. But it's like, Illy, like, he gets tired. They've spent, like, all night up together. Just, the lads are all up together. It's late. Illy's southern drawl is starting to come out, and, like, Techno and Dream are kind of giggling about it somewhat, since, like, this is just something that regularly happens, so the two of them have gotten used to it. But Sean's immediately like, holy shit, he's a country boy! 'Cause, like, he knows all too fucking well about the country accent, 'cause that's what he's got. But he's got, like, an Irish country accent. But he has spent enough time around country people that he knows the accent. I'm not too bothered about that one being wiggly, just because it's the outside of the thingy. But, like, he knows that accent. He knows it way too well. He knows that Illy is actually a country boy. So the next morning, like, Sean confronts him, and Illy is trying to deny it. But when Illy gets aggravated, like properly, like, aggravated, he struggles to hide it. because that's his natural response, is to use the accent. It's to, like, he's not concentrating on trying to keep the accent when he's peed off. So Sean keeps egging him on, and then finds, like, Illy lets the accent out. Like, he lets the accent slip. And Sean's like, ha! I knew it! And, like, Illy's like, please don't tell the others, please don't. And Sean's like, why are you embarrassed about it? And he's like, because I don't really act like a country boy. I'm embarrassed. And he, like, he's not ashamed, per se. Like, he's not ashamed that he's from the country. But he's just ashamed that he doesn't act like he's from the country. Because he didn't keep going with, like, the stuff with his family. Like, obviously, he went to go seek his fortune as a fucking Indiana Jones knockoff. But, like, college boy. College boy be scared. He's scared about being found his country. I like that. I like that idea. It's just John and me forever eternally chained. Asking why, Lord. Ugh. That song is so good and I want to sing it so bad, but I can't because I might get a strike. I've probably gotten one already. I don't know. But, like, yeah. Southern Illy. Country boy Illy. Ugh. Like, I know we joke about him being, like, a city boy most of the time. But the idea that he's probably hiding that he's from the country and actually prefers to be called city boy over, like, he will take city boy over country boy. Which is why he objects to being called a cowboy. Oh, I will discuss. You're probably in the shower already, but, like, I will discuss with you afterwards about, like, Illinois being, like, from, like, Georgia the Jungle, with, like, the horses, like, being really in tune with them. He's also kind of a horse boy, and he also tries to hide that. Because that sounds brilliant. Silence calls, does no one care? Forgotten tune, and no one knows. God. It is aggravating. I'm not even joking. It is pissing me off so bad that I can't sing it because otherwise I might get a strike. I know I've probably done that already. But still. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we need to do... No one to sing, no one to sigh. I don't even know if that's the lyrics. Okay. Okay. I like Bendy and the Ink Machine. I'd really love to, like... I really love to play it at some point. I mean, I don't have a Steam account. I'm thinking about getting it after my 18th. But like... Forgotten a song that no one knows. I'm going to kill it because it's a good fucking song, but I want to not get a fucking strike on my channel. Oh, the punny. I'd really love to sing, but I know I can't because it's fucking copyrighted. I'm just hoping that that fucking tune doesn't get me fucking striked. Because I am probably going to have to mute so much of the stream if that's the case. Ugh. Ah, right. Ah. Bendy hit the fucking thing again. You can go up there, buddy. Okay. Two. There we go. Nope. Okay. Okay, so needs to be like, nope, wait. Okay. I will finish the plant and Illinois' hat. And then I will call it for today. There we go. We'll go 50, 50, 120. No, it's darker than that. Nope. 50, 25. 25, you dumb bitch. Yep. That looks good. Just John and me. Ugh. God fucking damn it. There we go. A more muted colour. I don't want it to be too standoutish, I guess. Is this too light? It is. It's too light. Right. So back to 30, I guess. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I figured it was... I took a look at it, like I colored like half of it in as you saw, and then... Yeah, no, it was too bright. Sort of toned down, I guess. That looks good. Okay. I'm actually gonna have you fill. And then 3. Okay. I'm going to move these up here. There we go. Okay. Alright. So I may continue doing that in my own time. If I think of anything else to add to the shelves, I can do. just because I'm not going to blend those into the background. Like I'm going to keep them as separate entities. So if I want to like move them around, I can. But for now, it's going to be very simple. Not very much in the background, granted. I don't know if the background's going to stay purple. Probably not. Because I might have like the sprinkles as like the wallpaper, for example. Like the wallpaper behind like the TV and stuff. So I might do that. But for now, that's how it is. Not particularly like complicated. It is pretty easy to do, but I just figured, you know, as much as like everything is nice right now, it does bother me occasionally. And hey, there's always a way to there's always ways to like and improve streaming, you know. I can always improve stuff. This is probably just going to be solely for like just chatting for the moment. I'll probably figure something out for the other versions later. But I still want to keep the sprinkles theme, so I may just use that as like the wallpaper for like the other stuff. So yeah, that's nice. I like that. It's good. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I always seem to try and like pad out the end of it as if I want the stream to be longer, but at the same time I do and don't. It's difficult to pinpoint. But yeah, thank you CL for joining me. I know you're probably like in the shower at the moment, but still, thank you for joining me. This was fun. Granted, I didn't really do much, and it was mostly just me talking. I am going to try and like change some bits around, just like positioning of crap, you know, that sort of thing. Adding, deleting, changing shit up. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It was very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah. So, thank you all. This has been fun. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye.